Hello everybody and welcome back to part 2 of Duramos Park. This video is going to be a lot shorter. Well, to be honest, the first video was supposed to be as long as it was, but I was still figuring out the camera controls and stuff. But this video I'm making sure is a lot quicker, so we're not even going to have like an intro stuff, we're going right into it. So the first thing I wanted to do was I wanted to block the sight line from the entrance of the park because you could see the ugly backside of it. So I made this extra wall. And that's just what's gonna go on here. But going back to what I was saying, yeah, I want these things to be about, yeah, I don't know, 15 minutes ish around. Obviously, that will vary if I'm doing some more technical stuff like building an entire roller coaster. That'll take longer, but we'll see how I divvy it up into different time sections. But main things I wanted to get done today were one to put in our first attraction, and then I want to clean up this backstage area because it looks really ugly. Well, I actually kind of want to make it like purposefully not clean, rather than it just being brick wall, right? So we started by adding some aircon units, and I was looking at just stuff to add because again, there's a lot of things in PC Planet Coaster that are in PS4 Planet Coaster. So it took a long time trying to, figure out what I wanted to do. And I figured out the doors, you just actually place them on the wall. You don't like hinge them like in Minecraft. So then I had to add that. And I also got rid of that extra wall because I didn't need it because there wasn't a sight line there. And then I readjust the path so it looks like it actually goes towards the door. I know that's crazy. And then I wanted to add a little bit of I mean, you call it theming, but it's not really a theming. It's more like cluttering. I wanted to add a little bit of clutter. So I add this little garbage bin. I think I add some like jerry cans. Yeah, there we go. I add a little bit of scaffolding. I think this ends up looking a little bit better. And there are pieces that I know, or I know there's pieces that I don't know that would also fit here. That I just haven't discovered, and I'm waiting to get to the game, so be like, oh, you know, it'd be great here. Scroll down like through 300 things and find the exact page where the thing I was looking for is. But I'm not that good yet, so you'll have to bear with me while I'm dealing with this. I couldn't even figure out how to put this ladder on the bloody thing. I do eventually, but I have it like leaning against it. And I think I add like some cans, right? Let's see what I do. I think so. Yeah, there we go. Some drums. Yeah, technically that's like toxic waste drums, but it looks pretty good back there, so I added it, and then I made it a little bit of green, but I didn't want to give it too much green. And then I went back to the front, and that I hadn't made that green yet, so I wanted to go ahead and fix that up because I wanted to look good. I want everything to be cohesive. I want nothing to be like really like in your face, like unnatural. So that's why I've been trying to not just paint the green, like the floor of the green stuff or the foresty areas just completely green. I want them to feel like there's a little bit of dirt, or not dirt, but a little bit of sand in it, a little bit of stuff that shouldn't be there. Because obviously that's closer to an actual theme park. Because an actual theme park cannot dictate every single square. Well, that's a lie. They can, but it's a lot harder to. So I wanted to see how I was going to do that in this fake park. And I do think that the floor is important, and we will get more to the floor, the very interesting floor that has a lot of things to talk about. Carrying on where we left off, we are building this one. We're just making this one also kind of fit. It is different from the other one. And I didn't finish the back one because I'm still not quite sure how the backstage of this area is going to work. So I haven't really gotten around to it. I was thinking of maybe having like a tunnel that goes under like the entrance, but I scrapped that. Another thing I scrapped is these. I was thinking maybe adding neon signs. But when I got my idea for what I was going to do for the first attraction, I was like, that won't fit. Because my first attraction actually is going to be a Ferris Wheel. That's just in the back of that plaza. And I want it to be kind of like, I don't know, kind of like loosely American themed. Kind of just, not picket fencing. I don't know. Some like white fencing. It looks. I mean, you'll get the gist. I added American trees and stuff, so I didn't add any like palm trees. I mean, obviously there's palm trees in America. You get what I'm saying. Carrying on, I added some ivy here, and I think this is actually quite a good touch. It's not that noticeable. In fact, I don't want the guests looking over there, and I think it actually makes it look better, the fact that it's there. I added these benches, and there's not that many benches, but I do actually quite like these benches. That's many to choose from. And there's 3 Ferris wheels. There's a medium-sized one, a really big one, and then a really, really, really big one. I didn't really want to have anything that I could see from far away, so I went with the smallest one, actually. And again, I kind of wanted this to be kind of a loosely American themed. So I went with this kind of brick pathing. That kind of reminds me of, I don't know, maybe like a, I don't know, kind of like a little fairground type situation. I don't really know how to explain it. Maybe like some, I don't know, but I just kind of wanted to be kind of American a little bit. I made this little entrance plaza, and it took me actually quite a while to figure out what to do with that. And then I get the exit, which is quite close to there. And I'm choosing my fencing, and for the next probably 3 minutes in the video, I'm just putting this fence in. And I gotta be honest, it's not that interesting. This is the first time I've really done large, I guess a large number of objects, really, trying to fit them in. And I think it went well, actually, because I had never used the fencing before. I do, well, actually, I don't in the video. After I did all this stuff for the video, I went back and I added a little bit of fencing to the internal, what do you call that? Like that little green area. I made sure you couldn't like step into it. But yeah, you see, I'm making a lot quicker progress than I was last time. Like I am like leaps and bounds better than I was last time. You see, I'm actually copy and pasting stuff. I'm swiveling stuff. I'm at quick. Obviously, it's in 5 times speed, so it still is pretty slow. But I'm pretty proud of the progress I made. So I don't have anything to say. We'll wait until I'm done with the fencing, which I think is quite a long time. But you see, sometimes there's like little gaps in the corners. I fix this up by just put some planters there, and so you don't really look at the thing itself. Just look at the planters, which I think is nice. I didn't really know how to do the fence here for a while. It was kind of confused, and then I realized there was a smaller piece, and then I fixed it up. So that's the fencing done, I believe. Actually, no, it's not. There are some gaps, but I go back to that. I'm thinking about like what I want to add, because I wanted to have. Originally, I wanted to do some like a canopy over it or something. And I named the Ferris Wheel American Dream. But I just think it should probably just be a better idea to cover everything with trees instead. And I think I had a big oak, just the one, because I like it. I was thinking of adding like maybe a dining area there, but or like a picnic area. But I'll get to that next episode. I wanted to make sure I didn't put any trees in front of the Ferris wheel. I didn't want you not being able to see the Ferris wheel from in the park, because it is nice to look at. I mean, it'd be annoying if you're trying to like look at your family and take a picture and there's a massive bloody tree in the way. Not convenient. But yeah, so I don't know what's going to be behind this. So I'm trying to keep all the trees as close as possible to the queue. Obviously, it still has to have some depth to look, a little bit good. But I did want to make it pretty close. Adding a different type of tree. I don't remember. I think that's ash. I think it's an ash tree. Yeah, and then I'm adding the rocks, bush rock combo, absolutely cracked. You see, I'm still messing with this camera. I just cannot get it to work. And also, this was annoying. This barrel kept levitating. I don't know why. and then my camera got screwed up. I had to redo it. Technically, it has like a pirate symbol on it, but I did fix it eventually. I don't know what I'm doing here. Why am I just stop? Okay, well, I'm back. But yeah, so I put those in the corners that weren't that great. And then I thought about adding the planter, but I didn't. And I fixed up that fencing. What do I do next? I paint it. That's what I do. I paint the ground. Again, I wanted there to not be like a super cohesive. So you see, I do some little layering. I go over with one and then do the other one. And I think that ends up looking really good. And then I want to cover these weird entrance things. Because they just don't look good. And I go through a lot of things trying to figure out what to do. And I think I go with I go with this little brick thing. To just cover them up. And then I put some bunting on it. Well, I think I try to make an arch. So what I was thinking of doing, I don't know if you've ever gone to the Haunted Mansion, but you know how there's like the gates in the center? And it comes out, and it looks pretty ornate and stuff. I kind of want to do that. But it ended up just not looking very good, so I just scrapped that idea. And then I just get the American bunting. Well, okay, first I mess around with the vines and ivy, but that also doesn't work. And then I get the American bunting. The American bunting looks pretty good. Again, this was loosely themed to the United States. It's really just an excuse to have a fairground ride. And then I clean up the queue a little bit. I believe I added some more bushes there. No, I added a couple small trees on the side. Yeah, there we go. Because I still want the main view to be there. And then I add a couple bushes, a couple stuff. And then, yep, add some more painting. I think I paint that a little bit. I was thinking of having like a rock foundation around the Ferris wheel, but I ended up scrapping that idea. It just didn't work how I wanted to work. But yeah, that's it for today. I mean, it wasn't that much work. The buildings look a lot better. I like being able to see the Ferris wheel through the park. It's not too big, but it looks quite big with a forced perspective. I think it's just a little cute addition. So our first actual thing to do in the park, other than just buying food in balloons. So I think it's pretty cool. Well, that's gonna be it, guys. If you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe. I'm gonna be doing this again, probably. I don't know why I wouldn't. Technically, I've already done stuff for the third video at the time I'm recording this, so check that out. But yeah, see you guys in the next one, and have a good day. Bye.